What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a Subtank mini build with Kanthal wire. I got my Subtank right now sitting on my IPV Mini 2 vaping at 20 watts with a 0.6 ohm build, and that is 3.5 volts. I have it on the second to largest air hole setting with the 2 dots right there, and doing really well. Have some very berry e-juice in here, and I'll take another toke and we'll dive down and hit the build up. Alright, let's dive down and we'll show you the build. Alright guys, now that we've dug down into the base, I got this sitting on just a standard ohm reader, and I'm going to be using a screwdriver that came with the Subtank Mini to wrap the wire around. I will be using 26 gauge Kanthal wire, as you can see right there, and for my wicking material I'll be using cotton bacon. I really like this wicking material, so you should definitely check it out. So first thing we're going to do is, I'll go ahead and zoom out a little bit for you, and we're going to take about 6 inches of this and snip it off. So let me do that with my pliers. Just like that. Alright, and next thing we're going to do, this actually might be a little bit too long, but oh well. Next thing we're going to do is take the screwdriver, go ahead and put the end of the screwdriver like that and cover it with your thumb, and we're going to do 5 standard wraps. We're not going to make a micro coil on this thing. We're going to do 5 standard wraps on this thing. So let me go ahead and start this real fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I did 6 because I'm going to actually take this lead wire and pull it back to complete 5 wraps. So there's the actual 5 wraps right there, and it looks like crap. So what next we're going to do is take my fingers and smush it against the screwdriver head. It should pop out pretty nicely, as you can see, like that. Now the middle wire, actually that is 6 wraps, Let me go ahead and pull one wire back. I'll do this one. There we go. Alright, there's your 5 wraps, just like that. My apologies, guys, my apologies. Go ahead and smush this back into the end one more time. And as you can see, just like that, they're looking pretty close, but we can do just a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is stick my fingernail in there and kind of spread them all out evenly. And there we go. That is pretty close to me. So next thing we're going to do is put it on the tank. Alright guys, so next thing I'm going to do is actually snip this wire a little bit, because on the Subtank Mini it's really easy to put on the base. And so with that wire snipped, we can go ahead and get this thing started. So it's really easy for the Subtank base. All you got to do, actually have an extra screwdriver here, and go ahead and loosen up these screw heads like so, just like that. And remember, on this Subtank you're going to want both leads going under, as you can see, just like this in the picture. So whoops, came out right there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put the wire on the left side of the top screw and on the right side of the bottom. So there's the bottom and there's the top, just like that, as you can see. Now I'm going to center it with my eyeballs, because that's really the only thing you can center it with, and tighten these screws down. Just like this. Alright, so as you can see, the coil is right over that airflow hole, and it should be already elevated, as you can see, because the post holes stick up a little bit, just like that. And so it really doesn't need to be adjusting, but if you do need to adjust it, you can just stick your screwdriver right back in there like that and just wiggle it a little bit whichever direction you need it to be. And as you can see, let me go ahead and pull this down a little bit, and the screwdriver is just directly horizontal over those holes, right over the juice wells. As you can see, right under the screwdriver, you can see those juice well holes. So with that, I'm going to pull this out like that, and I'm going to snip these wires right on the edge of this base. Now what a lot of people do, actually, instead of snipping the wire, is you can actually twist the wire just like this, and it should pop right off. I don't really enjoy doing that. I like snipping it myself, and so I'm going to go ahead and snip it myself right at the base. There's that one. And that one. So there we go, guys. There is the Subtank Mini build. If my camera will focus right on that point. There's 5 standard wraps, and we'll go ahead and put this on the ohm meter and see what it's reading. 0.63, just where I like it. Alright, so next step is, obviously, you're going to get your wick, which I've already cut a little piece out right here, the cotton bacon, and you're going to twist the end. Go ahead and turn this off. You're going to twist one end, just barely, just like that, just enough to get the wick through. So let me go ahead and put this wick through. Alright, let's go ahead and put this wick through. And pull it just about right there. Alright, so there's my wick, and let me get my scissors. And I like a little bit more cotton on Subtank Mini to take a little bit longer hit so it doesn't get dried up as well. So I'm going to snip it right outside of the base. So right there and right there. So just like that. And what I like to do is pull these both up and make sure they're both even when they the tips touch each other. That's not a gay statement at all, by the way. And so what we're going to do next is go ahead and put the chimney housing on. Screw that down just like that. And as you can see, both of the wicks are evenly matched. And then what I do is take my extra piece of Kanthal that I did not use, that I clipped off, and I'm going to shove the cotton down into those chimney wells gently. I'm not going to pack the cotton, I'm just going to gently push it down into those chimney wells. What also I do is the end of the cotton right here, I put that down in there first. So what I'll do is pull this back a little bit and then push the front of that down in there, just gently though, don't pack it. And same thing on this side, push it down there just like that, just like that. Alright, next step, guys, is we're going to put some e-juice in there. So what I'm going to be vaping on today is, the cap's off, I don't want to spill it. This is a Very Berry, and this is by, I don't even know, Frederick's. Right there on the side of it, Frederick's. So I'm going to take my little, I've already filled up the tank, so I'm going to take my little syringe here. No blunt tip, of course. Haha. And fill this tank, saturate that cotton. Just like that. A little more. Too much doesn't hurt. Just like that. And the next step is probably one of the most crucial steps I think there is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that extra piece of Kanthal that I just had and I'm going to stick it down into that cotton and create an air hole where you see the chimney, where you see the juice flows up right here on this side, and then there's one right here on this side. Let me show you a picture of what I'm talking about. These little juice channels right here. I'm gonna stick the Kanthal down in there and gently pull back on the cotton until I can see light coming in at the bottom of this. So let me see if I can't do that for you. Now remember, don't pack it. You're just gonna want to gently do this. Alright, and that side. So let me see if I can zoom in and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So what I did is pulled back that cotton just a little bit on the juice wells. And if I have a flashlight, let me get a flashlight. I don't know if you can tell. There we go. Can you see that hole down in there? That's what you want. That's allowing the juice to come up on that side. And let me switch to this side. Alright, you see that hole down in there? Right there. You can see it clearly right there. That's what you want. That allows the juice to travel up faster and get all to the bottom of that wick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this other side just a little more. Alright, there we go. I don't know if you can see it now. If I showed you the light, you'd be able to see it. Alright guys, so that's really the final step into this build. And so obviously the next step is screwing on the top of the chimney. Pulling the base off. And then taking your tank and putting the base on. It's as simple as that. And there we go. There's the Subtank Mini filled up. I like to vape it on the second to largest air hole setting, which is the 2 dots. And let me go ahead and put this back on my IPV Mini 2 and jump into FaceTime, vape it, and we'll talk about it just for 1 second. Appreciate it. Alright guys, now that we're back at FaceTime, I got the Subtank Mini sitting on my IPV2 or IPV Mini 2, and I'm going to be vaping it at 20 watts with the second largest air hole setting, just like right there. 0.6 ohm build with 3.5 volts. Flavor's awesome. Subtank Mini really does have some good flavor compared to the other Subtanks. Now, if you enjoyed this video, you enjoyed the build, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to do more videos for y'all. If you want a specific build video or whatnot, let me know. If you want me to try out a specific e-juice, let me know about that too in the comments section below. And with that being said guys, this is Vape Army, and I'll see you on the next video.